Welcome, everybody, to this week's kind of special edition of the Kentucky Hot Brown Boys podcast. I'm your host, Jerry Saylor. We are coming to you live, totally not pre-recorded, 100% live, from the Brownstown Studios, deep within the heart of Independence, Kentucky. In the studio with us tonight, as always, we got my right-hand man who sits on my left side. His name is Lever Slope and Dusty B.
What's going on, folks? How's it going?
You know, I saw that commercial on TV again.
I did. I saw it the other day, too.
About the bent penis medicine.
I did.
I almost wanted to take like a video of it, but I totally did.
Yep. I saw it sitting on the couch. I'm like, that's the commercial he was talking about.
I need to remember the name of it. And I'm going to call them, put you on their mailing list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll take it. Whatever, man. Vitamin E, bro.
I was going to say, just take vitamin E. Yeah. Shit'll straighten right out. Also in the studio with us, as always, I've known this guy since like a long-ass time ago. Mm-hmm. Once thought he was a chick, tried to bang him, realized it was a dude, and was like, yeah, I'm not
I'd still bang him, but...
Yeah. I mean, maybe.
Just kidding.
Back then, I wouldn't have. He is Chubby Friendly, everybody.
Yeah, hey. I was just thinking, like, Dusty B's been changing his banner a lot on Facebook.
Yeah.
He should change it to, like, get some vitamin B or whatever it is, vitamin
E.
Vitamin E for your bent penis.
Yeah, man. Sure.
Because that'd be a totally sweet Facebook
It would be a good banner.
Exactly. I'd rather have my dog.
Dusty B supporting vitamin E.
Is it your dog again?
Yeah.
There was like Nashville.
Smashville.
I got to get ready for hockey, man.
Yeah.
But then you changed it to your dog.
Yeah. My dog's my dude.
Did you just change that today?
Yeah.
He changes it like every other day.
I do not. Or for the while, it was Beavis Butthead.
Yeah.
I have noticed you do change it quite often. Maybe not daily.
Not daily.
But you do kind of change it a lot.
Is there a problem with that?
No.
Like, is that not cool now or something?
No, like that's
I'm not saying it was cool anyway.
I'm just pointing out an observation. That's
You're constantly changing like Madonna.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Going through phases.
I'm down with that.
He's the artist formerly known as Dusty B
from Smashville.
I got pointy titties, so.
And a curved dick.
And a curved dick. Yeah.
Hence the desire for vitamin E.
Yeah. But I'm not going to. No.
I just when he brought that up, I was like, vitamin E would be pretty good.
I'm going to do it one day. Do it in like 3 weeks from now. You're just going to be scrolling through Facebook. You're going to be like,
if there was ever a spokesman.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
It's not
Slope and Dusty
not
B.
that bad.
Dusty is the poster boy for Slope penis. It really is.
It's his name.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
So you've been taking vitamin E is what you're saying?
I have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Better.
I'm glad to hear that.
You're in curved remission.
Yeah.
I've been jerking over like vitamin E. I'm done. Moving on.
Yeah.
It's good to know you're finally straight, Dusty.
Wow.
Anyway.
Yes, anyway.
Joining us in the studio tonight.
We talk about my dick a lot. It's bad.
It's better than Josh Hutcherson's dick.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Josh Hutcherson's dick guy.
That's right.
I mean, I'll take it. I mean,
joining us in the studio tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This is a guy we've tried to have him on before. We kind of had conflicting schedules. Things got out of hand. Whatever. But we got him here tonight, and he's not going to leave until we're done. So, and even after we're done, I may keep him around a while.
I'm moving in.
Chain him up.
He's a pretty sweet guy. Welcome, everybody, to the Brownstown Studios, Mr. Brad Sabbath.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Thanks for having me. It's good to be here finally.
You got a cool last name, man.
Yeah. That kind of that whole thing with the last name kind of started when I started the Dump Trump thing.
Yeah.
And I used to have my real last name on Facebook, and then
I was going to ask you. Is that
there's
your
not
real
too many.
last name?
Yeah, there's not too many Thackers out there, so my parents were getting phone calls and death threats, and yeah. So,
Really?
Yeah, over a
Dang.
fucking charity show. Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So they look up your parents and shit?
Yeah.
Wow, that's messed up, man.
Yeah.
Methed up.
that is messed up.
Yeah.
Very
That is
messed up.
crazy. So you started using the Sabbath moniker, if you will, after the
somebody
whole
started
Trump
calling
thing.
me that, and I was like, that sounds cool. I'm just going to be a douche and go with it. I've always wanted a cool nickname, and
you guys should
38 years to
figure
get
out
one, but I've
something
got
better
one
than
now.
Josh Hutcherson's dick guy for me.
No,
You're stuck with that.
I'm gonna like Brad Sabbath.
You're stuck on that name.
JHDG.
Like the dirty sock you keep under your bed. You know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my nickname in high school was Pringle Can Dick, but I don't want to talk about why that might be. But we can
Still
keep that
better
going.
than
Yeah,
Josh
still,
Hutcherson.
yeah.
So like chicks are always like reaching down for they can't get the
goof.
What's your pop?
I was gonna say, is that an uncircumcised dick joke?
No,
That'd be weird.
Just making sure.
yeah.
Do you guys know anybody with an uncircumcised dick?
My dad.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of
Yeah.
weird that you know
Snake
that,
in a
but okay.
turtleneck.
He said, "That's kind of weird that you know that."
I mean, it is kind of weird. Like, I can remember thinking back when I was a child.
First time you saw one?
Well, not the first time I saw another person's dick, but like being a little kid and like I walked in on my dad like getting out of the shower.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just it didn't really stick with me. Like
Yeah.
I was kind of scared by it, like not intimidated, but just kind of like whoa, like that's another dude's dick. I don't want to be staring at that. You know,
And it doesn't look like mine at all. Like
Yeah.
that's yeah.
It's like it's smaller than mine. you
Dad
know?
dicks are weird, bro.
And it seems like uncircumcised is a lot of like upkeep
Yeah, I've heard
and
it's
keeping
it's
it
a big
yeah
ordeal.
Yeah.
You gotta get in the edges, man.
Yeah.
You gotta-
A lot of
Get
pulling
in
the
it.
skin. I would think like a Q-tip, just like stick a Q-tip in there, just kind of.
Well, one of the guys when I used to do comedy shows with the Killers of Comedy, like a lot of the people from like Howard Stern and stuff like that. Sal the stockbroker was
Yeah.
always on the show. He could fit 7 M&Ms, and he was uncircumcised, and he could
What?
But you
fit
know,
6 to 7 M&Ms in his
pouch.
in his pouch.
Dang.
But who's the guy, the
I do
Australian
Skittles,
guy
man.
who he has a show on?
Jim Jeffries?
Yeah, Jim
No, not
Jeffries.
Jim Jeffries.
The Crocodile Hunter.
No.
Yeah,
he's on Sirius Radio.
Start yelling every Australian
Australian.
person we know.
I don't remember, but they did a contest and he fit like twice that amount.
Wow.
Or, like,
Wolverine?
no. Like everybody. Jason Ellis.
Huge Jackman?
Oh,
Yeah.
Jason Ellis. Yeah, yeah.
He beat him. He
He's
fit like
extreme.
20 something like
yeah.
The professional skateboarder?
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
I could fit 20, just like.
I wouldn't do
with the
M&Ms
loose skin
though.
around it, like an I am
Are you
circumcised.
proposing a challenge?
I kind of am. Yeah.
No, I just want M&Ms.
Hold on, I'll get a few out for you.
I do Skittles, man. M&Ms will just.
But then you'll
melt.
break out.
What, for Skittles?
Yeah, that-
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. Skittles pox. You don't get Skittles pox in your dick, man.
That is like the best meme I've seen in a long
Dude, I
time.
about vomited. And like you sent that black dude with the titties and the dick the other day, and I was
Yeah.
just kind of like, nice tits, bro.
Dude, my cousin sends me all this fucked up shit all the time.
Everybody's got
Yes.
a cousin that sends
Yeah.
them fucked up shit, and it's always when you're at work too,
Yeah.
and you're not expecting it. It's
And he
like,
always sends it when I'm at work.
Yeah.
man.
there's a video
Jerry's
of a
my
guy
cousin.
fucking a McChicken sandwich. Have you seen that
Yes.
video?
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen it.
that's
Has it got mayo on it?
Yeah.
It's like a straight up McChicken,
Damn.
and he's just fucking
Going
the
to
shit
town.
out of it. Yeah.
Why?
Why not?
Yeah.
Because there's not a sex doll whorehouse in Texas yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not
Wow.
officially.
Not officially.
Yeah.
I'd fuck,
but yeah, I was gonna
I'd fuck a Whopper before a McChicken just because they're so sloppy.
Really?
Yeah, man. A
don't
lot of
think-
lubricant there.
I don't think I'd like the greasiness of a Whopper.
A lot of lubricant there,
McChicken's
man.
greasy.
Yeah, but McChicken's
Yeah.
got a little grittier, man. It's got that breading on it.
I don't.
Get some friction.
I don't know.
I had a really weird turn we just went.
Yeah, it's getting weird.
Yeah.
I like it.
For the record, I'd fuck a snack wrap.
A snack wrap?
Yeah.
I fuck a Cholito from Skyline.
Dude,
No,
what? It's hot though. No, those things could be like like a hot pocket.
alright.
That's kind of weird for me
Yeah.
because I like a hot dog in my Cholito.
Yeah.
So that'd be like docking them.
It's kind of like a circumcised dick.
Yeah.
And then you get all that brown on you.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's just weird.
That ain't weird. It's
you can't
awesome.
reuse that chili.
Yeah, you can't reuse that Cholito. Yeah.
Would you eat the Cholito afterwards?
Fuck no.
Why not?
I just wouldn't.
Put my own sour cream on it. So let's go back to this.
We had no more dicks.
Yeah. Let's go back to the dump Trump thing. How long have you been doing the Trump
this
thing?
summer was our third one. I assume we'll be back in next summer.
I seen something for next year's dump Trump already. Did I
Yeah, I'm
not?
already kind of teasing. I don't have
Right.
a date or anything yet. Basically, like I get with Southgate House and we start planning a date around February. By the end of that month, I've got I've got a date, and then I start reaching out to bands, and the goal is to have everything like announced band wise and put tickets on sale on 420.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm 1 out of 3 on that. This year we did not do it in time, but that's all right. This year by far was the most successful one in terms of like the money raised and the amount of people that came out and the caliber of bands that I had this year was just off the chart. Originally, the first year I started, it was just kind of a stupid idea. just to like get some attention and make some money for charity. And we started off on just one stage in the Southgate House, and then like 3 bands and a couple comics, and then it was so successful they were like, "You want to do all 3 stages?"
Hell yeah.
So the goal before the summer of the election is to make it, hopefully, and this is my goal, a 2-day event, Friday and Saturday.
Nice.
What you should do is do it not on a Friday and Saturday, but do it on Election Tuesday.
You think so?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm competing with people voting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People come and get drunk, and then they're like,
Well,
"Yeah, I
they
don't
go
know."
vote, and then they come and get
Plus,
You
November
can't sell-
November
you
is
can't sell-
also Iron Fest, and
Yeah.
I don't want to compete with that guy at
Yeah.
all.
You can sell alcohol on
Election day?
election day anymore, can you?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they don't sell.
Yeah.
Why
The
not?
bars are open, but you can't sell.
It's
you
something
can't sell
weird like
booze
that,
Or,
I
something, or
don't
bars
think.
open at a certain time.
Maybe you have
or
to have,
after
like, the I voted
after the
sticker
polls
first.
close. Maybe
Yeah.
like I thought it was the bars don't close until after like the polls, or bars open after the polls have closed. at
It's
6 or
something like
Something
that.
like
Jamie,
that,
look it up.
Yeah. Look it up, Jamie. That's funny because we were talking about that last week.
You know,
Last week's a hidden show.
Yeah, I just want to let everybody know you can download the audio from last week's show, but
Yeah.
we're never going to release that video. If you watched last week, you'll know why. So don't ask.
Yeah, don't ask.
Never going to release it.
Ever.
Yeah, ever. Well, maybe.
Patreon
For-
$500 a month level gets to see the video.
You know, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
That would bring some business to our
We got the
Patreon
hidden
page.
video. We should just
So
embed it.
you do have a Patreon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we never fucking use it because,
Yeah.
like, one of my friends in Maryland is the only person that has ever donated anything to us, and like I could just dump all kinds of content on there,
Yeah.
but then he'd be broke. Like he did it so long ago, and then I just never fucked with it. I was like, well, it's just him, and it's $1. I'll let it slide. I'll wait till some more people jump on, and nobody ever jumped on. So I was just like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna quit.
Yeah, that's how I'd be. I
Fucking
would
with
be for like people go to my Patreon page and like, oh, this is making $10 a month. That's
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't really fuck with Patreon, but I'm more than welcome to start, giving out free shit if people actually.
Well, what I don't understand is like some of these like more famous people like with Patreon pages or like crowdfunding, like when Rob
Yeah.
Zombie like crowdfunded that one movie, and I kind of look at it as like, dude, you've got contacts in the industry, and if like
Yeah.
the movie studios and the people you know and stuff like that aren't busting down your doors to help you with this, it's probably not that good of a project.
Right.
Man.
Patreon anymore, like I see a lot of like porn stars doing it.
Oh yeah.
Like the Suicide Girls,
Yeah.
like every one of them has like a special Patreon
But
page.
aren't they like? Doesn't Patreon have rules against porn?
They
They can't show anything.
Unless it's art.
Yeah.
Like the only like it's between art and porn.
Yeah, but I mean, fuck, I could say what we do is art,
Right. Right.
but
We're just not penetrating.
I don't think they can show anything, but they're like, I could send you pictures and all this other stuff, things
Right.
like that.
Or like a private Snapchat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it as
Yeah.
a tier.
Yeah.
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 So
I
in-
see a lot of that. Go to my Patreon and this month's Snapchat tier, you can see this video. Blah blah blah.
You
Right.
see me shitting myself.
Jumping
People
back
are
to
into
the Kentucky law, it's it lasts on the ban lasts until 6 p.m.
Okay.
and then
okay.
after that, bars open or alcohol sales can start.
That's what I thought. And it was something
Can we
like
get
that.
Because you can't be drunk and vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of the problem.
Be like, that
Yeah.
vote didn't count. I was drunk when I did that shit.
That's a law that's been around
I
a
didn't
long time.
I don't think it really makes a difference. I mean, unless
No.
unless you just go in and you're drunk and you're fucked up and you fuck up your voting process.
When you vomit on the.
Yeah,
You
vomit
fall
on
into the
thing.
booth.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't really see a problem with that. I mean, I still would have voted the same way I voted, whether I was drunk, stoned, fucking hungover, tripping acid, or whatever. Still. would have
Or
voted.
you're like, I can't read this.
Yeah.
Can someone come in here? We're like, no, it's not allowed. Well, shit.
Damn it! Can I come back tomorrow? So I'm guessing with the whole dump Trump thing, you are super anti-Trump. Is that correct?
Yeah, I fucking hate him. I don't consider myself like a Republican or a Democrat. I'm always just one of those dudes is like I vote with who I align with politically, and that
Right.
just always kind of turns out to be like liberals and stuff. But I read a good thing on Twitter, and my whole thing is like the right is fucking up politics, and the left is fucking up free speech and comedy. And that's like the one thing I very much disagree with. Like the liberal side of things is just fucking babies.
Yeah.
And we're so quick just to destroy somebody's, like the Norm Macdonald thing. Like it's ridiculous. Like most of these people probably didn't know who Norm was 2 days ago, but they heard about him, kind of throwing his support behind Roseanne and Louis and calling for his head, and then, nothing happens, or they lose their job, and then it's just like on to the next thing I'm supposed to be outraged about now.
Well, he went on Stern after.
Yeah, his apology was like so just.
But he's like, he said something like that's autistic or that's retarded.
It's a Down syndrome person would, something like you would have to be Down syndrome to think I don't have sympathy for Louis C.K.'s victims.
Right.
So his apology was.
So they're like, oh, he said Down syndrome.
In a Norm Macdonald kind of a way.
That's just so ridiculous.
But now they were bored, so they were coming after Chevy Chase this week. Huge shock. Chevy Chase is a fucking asshole. We've known that for 40 years now.
Like, that's so funny.
Chevy Chase is a dick? Oh my god, I'm so shocked about this.
I mean, have you seen the Fletch movies? Honestly.
Oh man, I mean, like Community. When Community was on, he was in turmoil for.
Because there was some like voicemails
Dan Harmon,
or something that had leaked when he was screaming at
Dan Harmon on his podcast played his voicemail where Chevy Chase like calling him up. He's like, "You're just a drunk fuck," and like, I think he said the N word a couple times, and it's like, yeah, but even then it wasn't shocking that he was a fucking.
It was like, it's Chevy Chase.
Because he wasn't even like famous until Community came back. Like there was National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation, and then Community, which was like 10 years later.
Yeah,
maybe
there was
longer.
a good chunk of time in between that. I don't think he did anything. Like even made like a shitty project in between Vegas Vacation and Community.
When did Dirty Work come out? He was in Dirty Work.
That was like 97, 98.
Yeah,
okay, so even then, it was around the time of National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation.
Yeah. That's on Amazon Prime Video right now. I almost watched that.
Vegas
today.
Vacation?
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah,
Vegas Vacation's
did
good.
you guys see the remake? Or the reboot?
Yeah.
Or whatever
yeah.
Was
Too
that
bad.
was that?
It's standalone.
It's
Really?
good.
Okay.
You watch it.
It's
without
worth
knowing.
watching. It's
I'll
not.
finally give it a watch then.
Yeah, it's not too bad. You can tell like
Yeah, the trailer
It's like
made
the
it look like absolute garbage.
it was kind of like hints of like The Hangover.
Okay.
Like that kind of
Because
comedy.
Ed Helms, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the jokes are like overly telegraphed and then ran into the mud, like the hot springs.
Mhm.
They get into
Yeah,
a
it's
hot
in the
spring, which
tra-
is
it's in
like
the
a
trailer.
sewage.
Yeah.
And that joke kind of like it's
Look, a lawn dart.
yeah, it goes on a little bit long, but like other than that, no. I mean, like I said, I wasn't disappointed that I watched it.
I think the best part of that movie though was the whole Dad, what's a rim job?
Oh yeah.
You're never too old to get a rim job.
From your old man.
Yeah.
That guy walking up like, whoa, what did I just walk
that's
into?
Yeah.
That was the best scene for me. That's
Yeah.
the one that
I
stands
agree.
out the most.
But I noticed like Pete Davidson was like so quick to like throw Chevy under the bus, and I feel like Saturday Night Live is like one of those things that's kind of like professional wrestling. Like you don't talk shit on the other people that have worked on the show.
I would
or
agree with that.
anything Like
I would agree with
and
that.
plus, like honestly, how many sketches is Pete Davidson in where you're like, that fucking sketch, man, that character Pete Davidson does?
Not really. He's not even really
nothing.
that big.
Yeah.
He's just a side guy, really. They've even said
He
pretty
was
much
more
like
of a
side
writer.
guy. Yeah.
And like his bits on like the ones he was famous for, or you could say that he got some fame from, was his Weekend Update bits.
Yeah.
And those are all right. I mean, like they're not. It's just like I'm a stoner.
Yeah.
That was like his shtick, really. I don't know.
That Ariana Grande thing's gonna blow up in his face, and then he's just gonna have a total
But, dude,
meltdown.
Imagine that's what you get to like go out on.
Yeah.
I
What,
got
Ariana
engaged
Grande?
to Ariana Grande.
Well, she's all
and then
like,
I lost all my fame.
Yep.
Fuck it, I would do
Yeah.
that.
And then her ex-boyfriend just died.
died. Exactly, and that's what I was going to say. Her ex-boyfriend just died, so she's a mess, and he's a train wreck.
At least
so.
he didn't OD on Cheetos.
That's true.
Yeah.
He does hang out with MGK though. That's a
Does he really?
Yeah.
I would stop that shit.
Yeah, he was in a music
Yeah.
video with him.
yeah. They're
Ugh.
making a movie together too.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah, now Pete's getting all those tattoos, and maybe MGK is a bad influence.
Kind of
on
rubbing
him.
off on him a little bit.
He is a rap devil.
Yeah.
He sucks.
He does.
So is anybody a fan of Lil Xan or Lil Xan?
I just know these people's names. I've never
Yeah.
heard any of their music.
He looks like he's got a little bit of D sound, or a little bit of Down syndrome.
Does he? I've never
I
listened
mean,
to his
he
stuff.
doesn't. He just looks like he's all like, you know what I mean. He always looks like he's zonked.
I saw
man.
like
well,
a
that's probably
Vice
he's on
video.
Xanax.
Yeah.
That's probably what.
Well, no, I saw a Vice video. He's actually like straight edge or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, see, that's
No.
bullshit. Then you can't call
Yeah.
yourself Little Xan and not even do like
Yeah.
He
bottles
used to
of
be.
Xanax every day.
Yeah. I was like saying my name's Lil Yeager. I don't drink alcohol. You know. Or I'm a little tequila, but you can
Little
keep the
snack.
lime. Yeah.
He was gonna be at Bogart's coming up.
Yeah, I saw that. And then I
Really?
saw that. What's that? How's it pronounced? Takashi
6ix9ine, yeah.
6ix9ine's coming to Louisville.
Yeah, I saw that. He's coming to
That dude has Skittles pox.
Mercury. I think he's coming to Mercury,
Mercury
Ballroom.
Ballroom.
Yeah.
Down
Yeah.
in Louisville, yeah.
Yep.
You won't catch me at that fucking shit.
Hell no, man.
Not yeah, I won't be there either.
No. I was going to go into something. Oh,
Lil Xan.
well, I already talked about Lil
Okay,
Xan.
we're done with that.
Yeah, I mean, the dude over...
He did over-
OD'd
He
on fucking Hot Cheetos.
whenever I see that kid, I'm like, he just woke up from being at a party and he doesn't know that people wrote all over his fucking face.
Yeah.
Like someone's got to tell him.
You got to be eating a lot of hot Cheetos though for that to.
I don't see how that...
He reminds me of one of those kids who all he eats is like drinks is like Monster and he's flaming hot
Maybe he has a
Cheetos and that's
pre-existing,
it.
like,
Gooder than
maybe
a
he's got
bitch.
maybe he's got colitis and we need to like get him to a better doctor.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
the thing.
Who knows?
His music's terrible. It's bad.
Is he one of those like mumble
Yeah.
guys?
Raindrops.
Too?
Yeah.
I
Drop
don't know.
tops.
Was he on SoundCloud?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, fucking
Yeah.
SoundCloud rappers, man.
Yeah, they're bad.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I pulled on. I turned on. Was it the Wiz the other day? And Lil Yachty was on there, and it was just so bad. Like, it was just. I was like, what is this?
Would you rather be listening to that or Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, I would actually.
That's
probably
actually
put
using
Chili Peppers over
instruments.
that than-
I'm gonna have to go with any SoundCloud rapper over Chili Peppers.
Really, do you
Yeah.
even like their old stuff? Because I'm
No.
one of those like, man, their last good album was this.
Dude, I tell you, the only album that I'll even consider listening to.
Blood Sugar Sex Magic.
No, it was
Oh.
one hot minute.
Oh, the Dave Navarro. That's
Dave
actually a
Navarro.
really good, underrated.
That's the
show. That was
only
to me
album
their
I like
last,
because of
their
Dave
last good
Navarro.
their last good album
Yeah.
was that album.
I mean, it was just it for me. It was different than all the other albums, and I give credit to Dave Navarro. For
Yeah,
that.
because that's when he got him into like, let's wear some guy liner, guys. And,
Yeah.
like, kiss in the music video and kind of experiment a little bit more with
Yeah.
with ourselves.
But I hate to say it, I'm glad Dave Navarro only stuck around for the one album. I'm pretty sure it was only one album.
Yeah,
'cause-
just that album
yeah.
and tour, and then he was out
And
again. He was gone.
I'm glad Dave Navarro distanced himself from the whole Red Hot Chili Peppers thing because I fucking hate him.
Isn't Dave Navarro in the Bad Boys for Life in that song with Diddy out?
We ain't
Yeah.
going nowhere.
We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now.
'Cause it's Bad
Boys for Life. Look it up. I think Dave Navarro's in that movie.
I don't like Dave. I like Dave
Jamie
Navarro.
looked that up real quick.
Okay, I'm looking it
Yeah,
up.
Jamie
Look that
looked
up,
up.
Jamie.
I like Dave Navarro, but he kind of hurt me because he blocked me on Twitter because I just tweeted at him if like, do you own a shirt? And I wasn't being like a dick. I was just like, I'm
He
busting
blocked you?
your
I
ass
bet
a
in the
little
music
bit.
video he's not wearing
I'm
a
a
shirt.
fan. I'm a fan. And fucking blocked me.
That's
Really, he blocked
Yeah,
you for
just
that?
for tweeting, do you own a
Wow.
shirt?
Wow. I think you and Bruce are the only people I know that celebrities actually block.
I'm blocked by. I'm a giant Kiss fan. Self-hate. I like to say I'm a self-hating Kiss
Gene
fan.
Simmons blocked you?
Gene Simmons and Paul
Gene
Stanley have me
Simmons
blocked
looking
on. I got
motherfucker.
into it, but I got a nice little back and forth with Gene.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a dick.
Yeah, he busted out a your mom joke, and I was like, "Fucking serious! Like that's your comeback."
He busted out your mom joke?
Yeah, to me, the thing I got mad at him because he was complaining about coming out to his hotel and having fans bother him for autographs, and I'm like, because you can't squeeze some money out of them, you know?
Yeah.
It's and
that's
that's
pretty shitty. Is it?
Oh, he is in
you're
there?
right.
Navarro.
He is in the video.
And he's not wearing a shirt.
Of
course not.
Was that Travis Barker drumming?
Yeah.
We can only show 5 seconds of this clip, guys. Sorry.
pre-plane crash.
Yeah. He can't even drum now.
No, isn't he back in?
Well, he
2020?
can't drum because of the plane crash. He can't. He had something happen with like he had to go to the hospital, and he said something about a dirty needle injected his arm. He's been having blood clots in his arm,
Oh wow.
so he hasn't been able to drum. They've been canceling a lot of their shows and stuff.
Bummer.
I like.
Travis Barker
Yeah.
too. I like when,
He's a good
when he was
drummer.
doing those remixes and stuff.
Yeah.
like the
Soulja Boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the best.
That was
honestly,
tight.
it was tight. Was he drumming with him when we saw him?
With when we saw Blink, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was gonna say
This has been like the last couple months where he can't drum.
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Did you see Blink with Tom, or did you see it with?
It was with Matt.
Yeah,
It wasn't
okay.
with Tom. I've never seen him with Tom. I've only seen him once, and it was with Matt.
I've only seen him. No, I've seen him twice.
I think you saw him twice.
I have seen him. Now that I remember,
Didn't you
Jesus
see him at like
Christ.
that?
I saw him at Riverbend, and I
Yeah.
had pavilion seats. I took my ex-girlfriend's sister She was like
Really?
14 or
Whoa!
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Let's bring her out now.
no allegations.
I was gonna say Supreme Court, man. You ain't getting on it.
And it was like her, and I want to say I can't remember who else was. I think it was her boyfriend or some shit. But they were underage and wanted somebody to go with them, and they were like, "Yeah, we got an extra ticket if you want to go with them." I was like, "Fuck, I'll go.
I'll go to any show if a ticket is offered to me.
Yeah.
And it's free, and I don't
Live
have to pay
music.
for it. I will go. I don't care
It
who
was
it is.
I was like, I think it was like about 10 rows back.
Yeah,
Like
nice.
little right of center. I mean, it was a good show. He did the whole he ran out and went behind the pavilion and was doing the drum thing. I think they raised him up over the crowd and shit.
Oh, kind of like a Tommy Lee almost.
Yeah,
Kind of a thing.
it was pretty cool. Wasn't too bad.
Oh yeah, the Slipknot drummer too.
Robert Line from the Dragula says, "Fuck Travis Barker. Dave Grohl is the dude."
Well, Dave Grohl is
Yeah,
good,
Dave
Yeah.
Grohl is the dude, but Travis.
but they're
Barker's
to me
still
they're
cool.
like two different types of.
Have you seen that
drummers.
Dave Grohl thing where he made that 19-minute song and plays all the instruments in it and does it
No.
all?
I haven't seen
Yeah,
that.
he
Seen
just released it. There's like a YouTube video for it.
Oh
It's,
wow.
I do love some Dave Grohl though.
that guy can do
Dave
anything.
Grohl's just a
Yeah.
cool dude.
Yeah, he's
flat
just a
out.
good guy. Just
Yeah, he just seems like a. Did
Amazing
you see that he
person.
just came out to? There was some interview where he came out and talked about like what all he drinks before he performs.
no. What does he
Is it
drink?
a shit ton?
It's a lot.
He drinks a lot of alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh really? I
Yeah,
didn't-
it's like
wow.
he said he starts off like 2 hours before the show. I think it's like 2 or 3 Coors Lights, and then just pretty much drinks a whole bottle of Jaeger with the band and like,
Damn.
the opening band and stuff.
And how many hours before the show is
2
this?
hours before the show.
Does he eat anything in between?
I don't know if I could do a whole bottle of Jaeger and in 2 hours be good to go.
Man, you drank that little bottle at one time. You're fucked.
But I drank it in like 5 minutes.
yeah, you did.
Yeah.
This the video?
Yeah, that's it.
That's like loading and shit.
It's like 19 minutes long, you said?
Yeah, it's like a 19-minute long song.
Dave Grohl is just fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
I feel
nothing
like,
he
and then
can't
if
do.
people like that, there are a couple like Dave Grohl haters out there, and it's just
Yeah.
like, dude,
That's like one in a million,
Yeah,
man.
it's like complaining about Tom Petty. It's just like, dude, how do you not like this?
What do you mean complain? Oh yeah, complain about
Yeah,
Tom
just
Petty,
like,
yeah.
have you ever met somebody that doesn't like Tom Petty? And it's like, why?
I don't think I ever have.
There's like
I
a
know one, and it blows my mind.
The faces that Dave Grohl makes.
He
while
makes the
plays,
coolest like
Yeah.
rock star faces.
Yeah.
He's tough to beat, man.
He's just one of those dudes like all the girls want to do him and all the guys want to hang out with him.
Yeah.
Kind of like Paul Rudd.
If
Yeah, I'm a big Paul Rudd fan,
I
man.
wanna
I love
hug
Paul
Paul
Rudd. Yeah. I said to my spirit actor's Paul Rudd.
Yeah, I just want to hug him.
Yeah.
if Dave Grohl ever decided to do like a full-on like Nirvana reunion, who do you think he should get to do Kurt's role?
Fred Durst, just kidding.
And I mean, it would never happen, but
No.
to actually fill like as a touring band.
Yeah.
Lil Xans.
Oh, that would be tough.
That
maybe
is-
a guy
that
from
is a really
Silverchair,
Ooh, that'd
or
be a good one.
or
That would be going.
I mean, get the guy from
He's
Puddle
so
of Mud. I feel
different
like
now.
they tried to like.
Oh,
He
yeah.
kinda looks
tried
a
to
little bit
sound-
like
he tries
him,
to
yeah.
sound like Kurt
Yeah.
Cobain.
The Puddle of Mud guy he gets under my skin.
He's a train wreck though. It's so
Yeah.
much fun to watch. But apparently he's doing a lot better now. But
He's-
he's
That's like the guy from
too. We can
Creed.
go. We can go check him out and see
Yeah.
if
He was at Ollie's skate park too, like 3 months ago.
really.
They had like a live show there, and it was Puddle of Mud.
Yeah, I
And he
remember hearing
he
about
showed
that,
up?
Yeah, he showed up.
Wow.
And he
Yeah.
didn't leave after 20 minutes?
No, I heard he even like did an ollie and shit.
Well, he leaves because he's always afraid.
yeah.
Always afraid of like
Yeah.
of people like
That's just a
revolting.
reference
I
to
was
that
like-
fucking terrible song.
I was just like, yeah.
He's afraid.
But yeah, I like I can't think of the guy's name. The guy from Silverchair, I think, would be good.
Daniel Johns.
Johns. Yeah, Daniel
Yeah.
Johns.
He probably has my favorite, totally fucked up YouTube video.
Live
of-
performance.
Live
Freak.
performance. Yeah, Freak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At
Rock in Rio.
Rock and Rio. Yeah.
What, he was fucked up?
He had to have been.
He had
dude.
to have been.
Really?
He was doing some weird shit.
Amy Winehouse has got some pretty
Just,
fucked
oh
up
no, that's the
videos
guy
out
from
there.
the Vines that has Asperger's.
What?
I'm not a Vines guy, so I couldn't tell you.
I was just getting him confused. I was like, maybe it was like an Asperger's thing, and he's just acting kind of weird that day or something.
Lead
Oh, no,
singer's got
you-
Asperger's?
You could see it in his eyes, like he
Yeah.
was on something. Like he was.
This
crazy.
recently?
No,
No.
this was
Okay.
like early 2000s.
Yeah, because they're not even a band. They're not.
No,
even
yeah,
together
he went
anymore.
solo for no. Silverchair released an album called Young Modern Station, and that was in like 2012, and that was like the last thing that they did. He's done some because he's Australian. He does some like national stuff for like the Sydney Opera House and stuff like that, but nothing.
And then he was married to the
Fiona Apple?
no, it was
no.
the broad that did the
Natalie Imbruglia?
Yeah, the Torn. Yeah, the Torn song.
I like that song. honestly.
The Torn song?
Yeah.
I'm already
out and say,
Oh,
This is how I feel.
Yeah.
I'm cold and I am tan.
Man, they broken on the floor.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Neck Deep just redid that song.
Did they really?
Yeah,
I'd
the
like to
music
hear
video is
that.
terrible.
I feel like that song was in
the music
every
video
like
is terrible.
90s
Yeah.
television show.
Yeah.
Same as Six Underground by the Sneaker
Oh yeah,
Pimps.
Yeah.
yeah.
That was
a good song.
that was
Yeah,
like
it was.
every
I like that
slow-mo
song.
had that
Yeah.
way back down Six
Six
Underground.
Underground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good song.
It was a
dug
good song, yeah.
I dug it. Another like one-hit wonder kind of thing song that I like that I think it's little to no recognition is "Ready to Go" by Republican.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's such a upbeat and like I'd love to hear like a metal version of that song because it'd be rocking.
Ready to
That's why
sing it.
when
I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Shampoo
on the
commercial now,
rooftop,
something
shout
now.
it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
That Dave Grohl thing, just thinking back on it, because you said like a metal version,
Yeah.
I wonder if he was inspired by the Frog Leap guy, because he does the same thing, playing all the instruments and doing
Yeah.
all the.
Makes the
Oh,
funny
like the
faces
looping,
too, yeah.
Well-
like, or just like playing.
He does metal covers of like pop songs.
It's like Leo Marcioli or
Yeah.
some shit.
And he does all
Big
the
YouTuber.
instruments.
He's like Sweden or something, ain't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Swedish. Swedish.
Weird dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, super cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did a Foo Fighters cover of
Everlong.
Everlong. Yeah,
And it
that's
was
right.
good.
Yeah, it was
I
good.
liked it.
Yeah.
He does a lot of good ones. I'll tell you, he did a cover of "Zombie" by Cranberries,
Yeah.
and I think it is 100 times better than that.
Then the
Bad
new
Wolf
remix.
shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, and what sucks, Bad Wolves is slowly becoming the Chili Peppers for me because they overplay the fuck out of that fucking song. It's just a cover song.
Yeah.
They didn't even fucking write it, and it's like blowing up. Like,
Because it came, or they hadn't released it, but they had already recorded it,
and she died.
died,
And that,
Yeah.
so they're
And
kind of
riding the wave.
dead, yeah,
Yeah.
of
Like-
a dead
like,
lady.
it's decent, but the Frog Leap Studios guy did a
Way
version of it,
better.
and it was, like I said, 100 times better. And EBN and 96 Rock, it'll go from like Bad Wolves, Zombie, to fucking
Ghost.
Chili Peppers, to Ghost.
Yeah.
And it's just like, fuck,
Yeah.
man.
And then after that 5-finger death punch.
Yeah, then they throw on that, and
Yeah.
it's just like, I'm done with the radio. I'll listen to fucking 88.3 The Waif now.
Telling you, Spotify is the way to go, man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. Spotify.
the only time I listen to the radio is in my car, like when I'm driving to work. And
As long as I've got a
that's
thumb drive
pretty
with some
much
music
it.
on it, I can put it in my car, and I don't even have to listen to the radio then.
Because when I'm driving to work now, my old job, it used to be like, it really sucked because I was driving to work when like morning zoo
Yeah.
Kid Chris show was
Yeah.
Oh, God.
on. Yeah.
I just
And-
Oh, dude, I don't like him
sure he's
either.
a nice
man.
guy,
Chris,
but
yeah.
yeah.
He's a dick.
I know he's a fucking
a dick.
asshole. I've done the
When
show.
we were last wrestling thing we were at, he was waiting in line for food, and I just kind of walked by and I saw him, and like I guess he kind of got the vibe I was gonna say something to him, and he fucking turned his head real fast. It's like, dude, I didn't want to talk to you anyway. Dude. Fuck off.
Yeah, he had me on after I opened for Corey Feldman and wanted to talk to me about it, but like I barely even got it like a word, and I'm like, dude, why am I wasting my time? I'm up at like 7 o'clock in the morning calling your show right now, and you're like not even letting me.
They'd go off on like a tangent about
Talk.
something else.
Now, let's rewind here for a second here. You open for Corey Feldman.
Yeah,
Like, the band
Yes,
Corey
Corey
Feldman.
Corey and the Angels, the one and only probably Corey and the Angels tour that will ever take place.
I'm
Was
so
was
fucking
that the
upset that I
Mad
missed
Frog?
it.
No, it was actually, I think the Mad Frog show got canceled. I don't know if it had been Kevorkian or not. Dave, do you know that
Yeah,
promoter?
I get that.
But no, I actually opened for him at Trixie's in
Oh,
Louisville.
yeah, I was telling you
which is
about that.
half music
Yes.
venue,
Half
half
strip club.
strip club.
Yes.
I've never met anybody up here that's been to Trixie's, and
Yeah.
I'm glad that you.
That's the only reason why I've ever been to Trixie's.
We saw Little Debbie
We-
twice there.
Yeah.
We're
Yes.
so close to going to that show.
I
You
forget
did,
why we didn't go.
I don't know.
You just forgot about it.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
pretty sure. Just
we
forgot
talked about it like every
that
day.
show was weird because I had like so many female friends. Like, I want to come to this, but I feel uncomfortable coming to a strip. But it's two separate.
It's separated,
two
yeah.
It's
separate
totally
things.
separate. Yeah.
But I'll give you a little backstory on this whole thing. So Corey Feldman's a fucking asshole. Okay.
Hold on. Don't ruin it for me, because I love Corey.
I do too.
Don't ruin it.
I
Don't ruin
I
it.
do too.
ruin it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude charges
Dane, cook it for me.
$50 for an autograph. Will not even like look up from his phone to even acknowledge your presence. Sometimes he's on his phone anyway. So he's signing autographs, and there's a mentally challenged girl in line, and she just didn't have the mind capacity to know that you're supposed to pay for an autograph.
Right.
Most celebrities, when they see something like this happening, it's on the sleeve. Rather than to make things awkward, they'll just give out a free autograph.
Right.
He did not. She couldn't understand it and started crying, and then he kind of turned into a dick, and then after I saw that, I was kind of like, you know what? Fuck this guy.
Wow.
So I started like, and this is before, I'm kind of like a Corey Feldman bashing hipster, because I was like on this dude's ass before like the Today Show and all that shit happened. I was like annoying this guy on Twitter first. He blocked me. So then I found out his Facebook page and he added me as a Facebook friend. And then he's on there one day, he makes a post and he's like, hey, Cat Stevens is playing in the LA Forum. He's one of my favorite musical acts of all time. If anybody can get me into this show, please hit me up with a message. So I messaged him and I was like, yeah, I know somebody that works production for Cat Stevens. Do you want 2 tickets? And he was like, yeah. And I go, do you want both? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, no, I need to know if you want one or both. You have to tell me both. And he goes, I'll take both. And I said, both of these nuts in your mouth. Blocked me. So blocked me on Facebook. I get blocked on Instagram by him too.
Awesome.
Yeah. So the whole music. He has been doing music for a really long time, and his music career is hilarious because whatever's popular at the time, that's the music he's doing. Like in the 90s, he had like a New Jack Swing kind of a song because Tony, Tony, Tony and all that stuff was real popular.
Right.
And that Ascension Millennium song, I feel like he probably wrote that in the year 2000 but couldn't get anybody to like give him money to record it, and then he's finally releasing it in like 2017. Then I found out he's doing a tour. And then it's coming to Louisville, and I actually know the promoter, Terry Harper, was the guy that was putting it on, and he's actually given me some work before. And I was like, Terry, like, I know I've had a history with this dude. I will totally be professional. I doubt he even remembers who I am now because he's just getting so much hate thrown at him now all the time. And he was like, yeah, if you can, you know, promise me that you'll behave. And I was like, dude, I'm always professional. I'm never going to, like, put anybody else in jeopardy. And that's exactly why I was very professional. The air conditioning unit broke inside of the rock club part of Trixie's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was broke when we were there.
Yeah, this was in July, so it was like one of the
this
only
year?
Last year, not this July.
God damn, has it always been broke
yeah.
since then? Jesus.
All right.
One of the only shows I've ever done where I'm like,
Sweat
my
balls.
jeans are sweaty, like they're wet from sweating.
Right.
And from the last band that played until the time Corey actually came out to perform, I honestly thought maybe he found out that the air conditioning was broken and he was like fighting Terry on like performing. I never got an answer on that or not. But from the time that the last opening band finished until Corey got on stage, probably almost an hour and a half wait.
Damn.
So he's like Axl Rose in the crowd too. Wow. And like the few people that are there was not, I mean, maybe 250 people there. And then it was kind of like he came out and the novelty wore off super quick with most people. And like I looked about halfway through the show and there was maybe like 100 people left.
Damn.
He did a lot of covers. Well, he would do a lot of his own music, and then he would let one of the Angels do like a cover song. Like you were talking about the Cranberries, one of the Angels covered "Zombie." But my favorite part of the whole show was Corey's steering rendition of "Man in the Mirror." And you have not lived your life until you've seen Corey Feldman sing "Man in the Mirror." And I'm sure it's on YouTube. So.
When the Angels are singing, does he dance?
No, he does outfit changes. He probably had 9 or 10 outfit changes.
He does outfit changes.
Yeah.
If he just danced the whole time, I would fucking do it.
Actually, he put on, like, his voice is terrible, but I will give it to him. He played the whole performance. I mean, he gave it his all.
Dude could dance. I don't know
Yeah,
I don't know if he can still.
He just looks so odd.
Yeah.
He's a very
weird
tiny.
dude.
Yeah.
He's super tiny, super short.
The hair.
Part of me does, like, I feel bad for him because I'm sure he's had some fucking terrible shit happen to him as a kid.
Right.
I totally believe him in the stuff that he says about, you know, child molestation in Hollywood.
But he says that he has like
I don't necessarily think he's the best person to be the voice for victims.
But that's
of that
like
kind of
Alyssa
thing.
Milano too. or not Alyssa Milano. Who was the first? Rose McGowan.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're both.
Alyssa Milano kind of pisses me off because I feel like there's this whole thing that Corey talked about called Alfie's Soda Club in the 80s, and it was this soda club for all the Hollywood kids to like hang out at, and the main guy that ran that club was like a child molester. And I feel like Alyssa Milano was hanging out there like all the time. Like I feel like a lot of these people like know some of this shit, and they're not saying
Like they're
anything.
addressing
Right.
this.
Yeah,
thing,
they're
but
addressing
not
this, but they're not addressing
the whole.
Yeah, like the Drake texting the 13-year-old girl
yeah.
from Stranger
Yeah.
Things. Like, does anybody else not think that that's kind of fucked up?
Well, he
and
did it
weird?
with Haley Baldwin too. He basically groomed her. Like he
Yeah,
was
that's
dating her for
weird.
Like, he would give her
I'm 38
gifts.
years old. I'm not having text message conversations with 13,
Yeah.
14-year-old.
He's like been giving her
girls.
gifs for
We're
like
flipping out
ever.
about Norm Macdonald, but we're not
I know.
flipping out about Drake texting a 13-year-old girl.
Now, I will say this about the 13-year-old girl from Stranger Things. I would text her just to get like an inside scoop on the show.
But
that's
they're
about
talking
as far
about
as it would go.
boys and love life and stuff like
That's
that.
weird.
I'm sure it's very wholesome, and I'm
Like,
sure his
Drake was doing
intentions
that? That's what
are
he
the
was
best.
saying?
Especially, when it came out now that Drake's girlfriend is 18 years old and he's known her for a couple of years.
Yeah, that's
the
what
pattern of
happened with
behavior. Like,
Haley Baldwin.
am I the only one like that can't put these pieces
You're like
together?
the
And I'm not, and I'm not a
mathematical-
crazy conspiracy guy by any means, but I'm sure a lot of this like child shit goes on in Hollywood and no one's saying shit.
The one of the guitarists from Panic at the Disco. The only reason why I know is because I have a 12-year-old.
Like he got kicked out.
Yeah.
He was
our
our touring guitarist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's nobody that's Panic at the Disco now except
Yeah.
for Brendan Urie.
Yeah.
But yeah, he got fired from being a touring guitarist for
some
he was
questionable-
like girls would follow him on Snapchat, and then he would follow them back, and then start messaging them like, "Hey, send me selfies," and then never actually coming out and saying like, "Give me like nudes," but he was like, whatever you want, send me whatever you want, and when it was obvious that they weren't going to give in, then he would block them or just stop messaging them back.
That's like that blood on the dance floor. I've never actually heard their music, but every couple months you'll hear a story about that dude being an absolute like creepy piece of shit. And everyone's just like,
Who?
whatever. It's just like band like blood on the dance floor or something like that. If you Google it, like all kinds of like crazy shit comes up about the guy.
Was that a band or was that a song?
They're like a band. They're like these. They wear like makeup and like it's like almost like like kind of emo EDM. Like I don't know. It's fucking weird. But yeah, that dude should be in jail too. And no one seems to really give
There's
a
a
shit.
lot of bands. Like there's a band that was called Moose Blood. They just broke up because of some weird, crazy.
Well, remember the guy
allegations
from
like that.
Static X?
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
I got a
You talking about
funny.
AC Slade?
Was it Trip Eisen the guy?
Or no. Yeah, it was Trip Eisen, I believe.
The creepy thing about that was I saw them back in high school, and
I
he
saw him
seemed
too.
very, very, very interested in like my 15, 16-year-old like friend at the time.
So weird, man.
Yeah.
That's like Ted Nugent. Fucking
Yeah.
creepy piece of
Teddy
shit.
fucking
Nugent.
Nugent.
Creepy piece of shit.
Motor City Madman. Black Hawk helicopters.
Like that sweet Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs, but it's okay to like have sex with underage girls or legally adopt a girl so you can marry her.
And another weird thing, Courtney Love was calling him out on that shit years
Yeah.
ago.
Courtney Love killed Kurt, I'm just saying.
Well,
I don't think she killed him, but I think she wasn't making his life any better.
I don't know, man. She definitely wasn't making his life better, that's for sure.
You've got a drug problem. You're not handling the fame thing well, and then you're going home to that.
Yeah. I still think no matter what anybody says, I think Courtney killed him. And then covered it up.
That shitty letter she wrote
Yeah.
for him. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She did it.
She came out at the Smashing Pumpkins 30th or whatever anniversary concert that they had.
Oh, yeah, I was doing some songs.
Yeah, Billy Corgan must have burned a lot of bridges and friendships in the music
So he
industry
has her
because
to
the
get
biggest-
Courtney Love to come
Courtney
out.
Love was the big guest, and then the other guest was fucking Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray.
Really?
What?
Dude must need work, man,
he's a genius.
you ever
He's a
see-
weird cat, but he's a genius.
Did you ever see the videos of people like when they say like, "Oh look, it's Mark McGrath"? They'd be like, "Hey, sugar, gay." And you see how pissed he'd
Yeah,
get.
he gets really upset.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's so funny how mad he gets.
But he's like Mr. Access Hollywood, like
Yeah.
host
Yeah.
guy now, talking head.
Fucking Mark McGrath, man. Fucking guy.
Let's
Let's switch gears here a little bit here. Brett, I don't know if you followed the show or for how long you followed the show, but I had this great idea years back that this was like when the sex doll thing first started to really make it big, and like they were looking more so real than the one behind you. And I thought, well, fuck. If you didn't even notice that thing was behind you, did you?
No.
You can take her home, man.
You get a renter, man.
For $50, you can do her here. But many years ago, I had the idea, since prostitution is illegal, why not use one of these sex dolls and buy like a whole fleet of them and start pimping them out like in a whorehouse?
He really did. Like, he
I-
had this
Somebody's
idea.
done it now.
And now somebody has done that.
It's blown up.
And the first sex doll brothel is opening up in the United States, in the lovely state of Texas.
Not Florida.
Bullshit.
Wow, I'm surprised.
I know, right? Or California, for that matter.
Yeah.
I couldn't see it in California, really. I think California's got a little bit more couth.
Man, how would you like to have that job of like the
Cleaning it?
Yeah, you're the guy that cleans the sex
I'd be like,
dolls.
just
You
take
know?
them through like a car wash, man. That's what all I do.
You know, it's not as bad as like a crime scene cleanup crew. I mean, you deal with all kinds of gross
Yeah.
shit there. At least in a sex doll brothel, you know what you're getting into.
They probably have like single use or things, right? Like you just pop it out and pop in a new one.
You might.
They do. I used to work for
For a
doll
sex toy
brothel?
company?
Yeah.
I worked for Hustler
Oh.
in their store in Monroe.
And they make
for like
replaceable
a year.
vaginas?
I
or
think some of
buttholes or
them
whatever?
do. I think some of them do. Like just throw it away and then you can put a new one.
See, that's even better,
Put a
man.
new one
Even
in there.
easier. I mean,
Imagine going in there and be like, God damn it, I told you not to give her a facial, now I gotta change her hair and everything.
But like when I got that job there, I was like, man, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be all these like pervy dude, and it's like honestly like
Chicks.
most of the customers, were girls or like bachelorette parties or like couples. It was never like creepy like raincoat dudes coming in.
No Pee Wee Hermans or anything?
No, nothing like that. We did have a guy that we had to tell he wasn't allowed to come in anymore because he would come in like every couple weeks and buy one of those like blow up dolls just like that, and
Yeah.
it said
Right.
like when I get done with it I like to stab it with a pair of scissors in the chest, and we were kind of like, yeah, you're kind of creeping out the girls that work here. Maybe don't come in here anymore.
I'd
like-
let that dude come in. I
But
wouldn't
like,
care.
why is he offering that information?
Yeah.
Because people like to tell you like it all
Yeah.
goes back to customer service and like in any kind of like
They just tell you shit?
yeah, you're almost like a therapist. They want to tell you their problems. They want you to listen to their boring. And it's like, dude, I don't even like. I avoid people I know's like weddings and baby. Like, I don't want to hear about some stranger's life.
Yeah, I'm kind of that person though. Like if you get me in front of a cop, I'm like the guy who gives you all the information that you need. Yeah.
Oh, you mean that cell phone?
Yeah. There's stories.
You mean that trap house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I just give up way more information than I need.
We got a couple comments here about the sex doll thing. Robert Lyon from Dracula said, you just got to boil the sex dolls clean, toss them in a big old vat, boil them, sterilize. Johnny Cook says, take it to the next level. Forget the brothel. Home delivery via app.
That's a good.
That's a good idea,
Good
yeah.
idea. Call it Pooter
Yeah.
instead of Uber.
Pooter?
Pooter. You know?
Cooter?
You diddly or pooter a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I want to order the blonde with the double D's. You got to be there in 30 minutes or less. You got to be done in 30 minutes or less, though, or it's not free.
Yeah.
No.
I want to know what these
That would be good.
prices are going to be like for this thing.
I would
this
imagine
bra.
it would have to be cheaper than.
And is there like a
real
house mom
prostitute.
like there are at like regular prostitution like
Yeah, house mom.
houses, like the house, the
There-
house mom, or like
there is,
it's
but
like a
she-
nicer
but
version
she's
of
a
saying
doll,
a
too.
pimp. That's one of those sex robots that's in charge running
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Exactly, it's the sex robot.
They got like a
I do
credit
like-
card machine on it.
yeah,
Do
you
like-
swipe it down the
Butt
vagina,
crack. Yeah.
or the butt crack.
Yeah. Like a Nelly music video, man.
Oh, tip drill.
Yeah, tip drill.
ET After Dark.
Yes.
Yeah.
Best video ever.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And do they like line them up? Like, can you go like I want her head on that
Oh,
body
it's like weird science kind of.
Yeah.
with like yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's like,
cool.
like the app is like you build them and then
Yeah.
they come to your house and they pick them up the next day. It's like
That would
the
be pretty
rent-a-pods
The
or
ghost of
whatever.
Bill Paxton shows up. Like, you stupid turd.
You're a stewed butt wad.
But what? Greasy pork sandwich in a dirty ashtray.
I like this guy. I like this guy. But yeah, fucking sex brothels in Texas. Now, just recently, just over the past couple days, at first I heard it was a mannequin, and then I've heard it was a sex doll.
It's a sex doll.
So somebody called the police for what they believed was a dead body thrown over an embankment up off Colerain. The Colerain Police Department reported on this. they thought it was a dead body, and they walked down the little embankment, and they were like, "Holy shit, there's a dead body!" They pulled it up and realized it was a used sex doll.
That's genius. Though.
My
they're gonna
biggest question-
they're gonna DNA test that though, and they're gonna find the culprit.
Yeah.
We can find Golden State Killer. We can find the person that discarded the sex doll on Colerain.
My biggest beef with that isn't the fact that they used her and threw her out. It's they broke her finger.
Broke her
man.
finger. Yeah.
Like that just broke my heart.
I think honestly, that's some like serial killer kind of like in training.
In training
shit.
kinda
Like
shit,
if this
yeah.
is like a teenager that did this, it's. I just watched. Have you guys seen that My Friend Dahmer movie?
No, I've been wanting to watch that.
Have you
Is
well,
that
you know,
the one
based on the graphic novel by the guy that went to high school with Jeffrey
Dahmer,
Dahmer? It's super interesting, and it makes you like. I saw it once, and then I rewatched it with my girlfriend the other night, and it makes you kind of sympathetic towards Jeffrey Dahmer. It's
Right.
weird. He was kind of popular in a way in school. He would do like seize out to get attention on himself, and they called it like doing a Dahmer, and this like this made him
you can't call it that
made
anymore.
him
though.
popular. Yeah. So
Now
this,
doing
this
a Dahmer.
movie is just his like pretty much his senior year in high school, and then it ends like right before he does his first kill when he was living in Ohio. I highly recommended the kid that plays him.
Isn't it the kid from Disney, like Austin and Allen?
Yeah, it is, and he's great, and it's totally overlooked. He should have been nominated for some stuff, and I'll tell you what they need to do is like bring him back in another like 10 or 15 years, and then he plays adult Jeffrey Dahmer.
That'd be.
He was that
cool.
good and looks
Yeah.
just like him.
Yeah, but that's definitely on my to watch
It's
list.
good.
The one to watch it.
It's free on YouTube right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
like super free.
yeah,
Okay.
Jamie, look it up.
yeah. Jamie, look it up. It's on
Jamie, look that
YouTube.
up real quick. Share the link on our Facebook page. Black Hawk Helicopter. PrisonPlanet.com. What the fuck else was I going to talk about?
Stale hot dog. bun.
Yeah.
Stale hot dog bun.
So
yeah.
Bill Cosby finally got, I don't want to say charged, but he finally got sentenced, I guess. 3 to 10 years in prison. And his first day in, he fell down some stairs. I don't know how many stairs.
Did
it
he
was.
really? He's blind
Yeah.
as
Season
shit,
1
though.
of this new Cosby Show reboot is off to a fantastic start.
Yeah.
but he fell down some stairs after somebody threw a stale hot dog bun.
Hey, at least he
That
had
is
some
it.
buns on his face that was like
Oh,
willing.
did you find it, Jamie?
Yep.
But it has to be stale. So they were waiting. They kept that hot dog bun aside.
I'm gonna get that shit
And,
really,
like,
really
what if
hard.
They had to like hide it in their pillow in their prison bed, like waiting
I
for the
hope
day for
they
Bill.
hid it up their ass.
Yeah.
I hope they kept that hot dog bun up their ass.
You think like he was waiting for it to get super stale so he could turn it into a shiv? Then he saw Bill Cosby and he was like, "Nah, fuck it, this is worth it."
He may have.
He used it.
Do you think he'll die in prison?
I think so.
Cosby?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's just old.
Do you think he'll be out in 3 years? A couple of my
I
friends are
say-
convinced he'll make it and he'll be out in 3 years.
I think he'll. Well, I don't know, because celebrities always get treated
Yeah.
super awesome in prison.
But you gotta think, dude is 81 and he is used to living the life of luxury since he was in his early 20s.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
now he's like super old and blind.
I don't even think he looked like he was coming out of that courtroom just fine on his own.
I don't know. When you're that old, I mean,
He's supposed to be
what
blind,
What
isn't
kind
he?
of
Yeah.
luxury
Yeah.
do you really get to live?
Yeah, well, he had that
You know.
birthday party. His birthday was this past summer, and the police actually came to his house for a noise complaint because he had a live jazz band that started at 7 o'clock in the morning and it was still playing at like 9 o'clock at night. And I guess the neighbors are like, "We're
Damn.
fucking done with this jazz music. It's been going on since like 7 o'clock."
I think it's him just in the backyard by himself, like drunk as fuck. Like,
playing Miles Davis really loud.
Keep
Crying.
going.
Yeah.
I'm paying.
yeah.
Not my tempo.
But I'm wondering if like Camille's gonna like divorce him now and like try to get that money before some kind of like
Gotta get
civil
that
suit
money.
starts.
And that's a possibility. Maybe he'll just die in prison. She'll get that money then.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
the whole thing is just still
Well,
so.
technically, if he's in
fucking
jail, wouldn't she
surreal.
like have rights to all his assets and shit?
Yeah, and they've been married for a
Yeah.
really long. And she always defend. I mean, I wonder if part of her does feel like shitty for defending him so much all these years.
I don't know, man.
It's
like
I
that.
doubt it. She's swimming in all that cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
It's
probably,
like-
she's probably like, I don't give a fuck if you did it or not. I'm rich, bitch. Fuck you.
Les Moonbest's wife,
Yeah, Julie Chen.
Julie
she
Chen. Yeah.
now is like, I think she's leaving the talk. She signed off on Big
Brother,
Brother
yeah.
as Julie Chen Moonves.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's sticking to that cash cow. I mean, like that guy. I mean, they probably have
Well,
shit
she's
ton of
loaded
money.
too with just herself.
Yeah,
and
but
then
I mean,
him.
like he was the head of CBS.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they have
He's
money.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
like,
the guy just jerked off in front of his doctor.
Yeah, but isn't there like I always like isn't there laws where like your doctor can't be like, hey, he's jerking off in there? Like we can't
That's what
tell
he did?
anybody.
Yeah.
See, I never heard
No.
like what.
there's more to it than that. That's
is
the
it?
big one because it's corroborated by the doctor, and I think he admitted to it too. But
I'd sue the fuck out of
the
the
other
doctor.
allegations,
They
yeah,
keep you waiting in that room so long, though.
I know,
It's like,
man.
They just walked in.
I know.
It's like, fuck.
It's like you sit down, you're like, well, I got an hour to sit here.
That wallpaper really
rub
gets
one
me
out.
hard.
No, the allegations that's so damning against him is that he wrecked people's careers because they didn't
Blow 'em.
coalesce to, or give in to his advances and stuff, or blow him or whatever.
He Weinsteined him.
Yeah, and when you have his wife who was, given the talk and Big Brother, and she was also like on the news and stuff like that.
Well, that was his wife. She was probably blowing him.
Right.
She probably
And
wasn't
then
blowing.
then
him.
he gave her a career,
Right.
So, yeah.
I don't know.
So I mean, like, it makes the allegation seem.
I'd still sue that doctor. Be like, what happened to doctor-patient
Confidence. Yeah, I guess it
confidentiality?
changes when you're jerking off in front of him and the.
Hey man, I'd be like, "Where's the cup? I thought you said you needed a sample."
Yeah.
She never
Like,
outed.
I left your sample on the counter there.
Yeah.
She never outed him specifically. She said like a really rich, famous guy, a VP or whatever, or VIP or whatever, and then he came out and said like, yeah, I came on to my
I
doctor.
would have been like, "Fuck, it's Weinstein." He came on to her.
Yeah.
Like literally came on to her.
I don't know.
Like on her white coat.
Man, that whole industry just needs a fucking overhaul. It
Yeah.
seems like it's like
Yeah.
throw me in there.
Like a-
I'm
like a-
not gonna
like
pull
a
my dick
purge,
out
man.
and-
I think every industry needs a huge overhaul.
Yeah, that's the thing that kind of does make me mad. It's like everybody's like so focused on like the Hollywood stuff, but it's like there's so many people like there's sexual harassment going on right around you at your job right now, and I know you're keeping your mouth shut about it. So
Well, that's what the
it's
goal.
It's not even that they're keeping their mouth shut. It's just it's so common that they don't even see it as a
yeah,
problem. I think.
yeah,
They're just like, oh yeah, that's just Brad from accounting.
Yeah.
He's kind of.
Telling chicks to sit on his face.
Yeah.
I know.
He
My
does
name
it.
is like that. My first name is like a name of like a guy that would like. I fucking hate my name. My girlfriend's name is Brittany, so it's like two people with the shittiest names in the world find each other.
Tell
and-
me, does your girlfriend ever walk in and be like, "It's Brittany, bitch"?
No, I just gonna start doing that. Brittany, bitch.
It'd be over.
I would love it. I love The Office, and I like Britney Spears, so I would actually kind of enjoy that.
I wouldn't mind. I think it'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
I'd
Did you guys
do
see
all the time.
the going back to the Bill Cosby thing? Did you see the clip from the Cosby Show where he's talking about the barbecue sauce?
Yeah, I watched the whole episode, and it's very unsettling.
Is it like
I
something
must have
creepy he
missed
said?
this.
It was-
It's well, if you get the right clip, they actually like slow down his speaking and put like horror music behind it to amp up how fucking creepy
This
this
whole
shit is.
it's in I think the final. It's either the second to last or the last season of the Cosby Show was this episode where Bill has a Huxtable family cookout and everybody raves about his barbecue sauce. Well, the barbecue sauce tends to make the women of the family a little lightheaded
yeah.
and a little randy feeling. And the scene that you're talking about is
Yeah.
at the end where he tells Mrs.
He's like- they're
Huxtable,
like
Felicia,
watching-
yeah,
yeah, go
Felicia,
ahead.
Felicia Rashad to go upstairs. He's got a jar next to the bed, and he'll meet her up there in a couple of minutes.
Swear to
Fucking
God.
creepy as fuck.
Oh,
And like the kids sitting at the like table, and like there's like little kids eating the sauce, and he runs over like snatches the chicken out of their hands.
Yeah, we'll let the kids
Oh, wow.
eat. Yeah, they're not allowed to have. Yeah, that's fucking weird. So right there, he's like pretty much just like flashing. He's like a serial killer.
Yeah,
almost.
yeah.
Like, he wants to
Yeah.
get caught.
Yeah.
And this was back in like 1989, maybe 90, 91.
Wow. I'm
It
about to
is.
watch it. Jamie, Google that for
Yeah,
me.
Jamie, Google that weird episode of the Cosby Show.
Yeah, I definitely have to watch that.
But I think what
That's
makes
creepy.
like the whole thing, like, I don't want to say like better, but it's just the fact that dude was just so anti-dirty comedy, like
Yeah.
calling other black comedians and telling them what they should and shouldn't be doing on like that whole like Eddie Murphy bit that he used to do on Raw, on the Raw, where he talks about Bill Cosby like calling his house after Bill's son had seen Eddie Murphy live and telling him that he doesn't.
I
he
vaguely
shouldn't-
remember that.
Yeah, shouldn't cuss so much, and then he was telling everybody that they need to pull their pants up and all that stuff. He just
Yeah.
always seemed like a dick.
There's
You
always
push play
that
on
whole.
whenever you're ready.
There's
Oh,
always
I'll watch
that
that.
whole
Okay.
secret thing in the industry of like, yeah, he's a He's a rapist. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I think who was it? Hannibal Buress.
Yeah, Hannibal
He's the
Buress.
one who started
Yeah,
it.
pretty much
Started it.
cracked the whole thing
Yeah.
open.
Yeah.
Just to bring up like another piece of shit in the Hollywood industry, Robert Lyon again from Dracula says, "Are you dudes keeping up with Zach Morris's trash?"
Yes.
Zach
Yes.
Morris is trash.
This is the best.
Zach
That's
Morris
such a good
is
idea for like a
huge piece of
weekly like
trash.
web show.
And it's
Yeah.
it's
It's
gold every
Have you
week.
seen the
Yeah.
latest one? They just posted it earlier today. I believe.
Not today.
It was something about like a famous singer came to town, and like Zach was like, "Oh, I bet you I can get a kiss from her," and then he
Was
ended-
it Paul Abdul?
No,
No.
it was like a fake singer. From
Oh,
the
okay.
show. And you never see her again
Because she probably fucking killed herself.
It's a good web series. I'll say that.
I do like Saved by the Bell though. It's classic.
Yeah.
It's a classic show.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, like, there's like none of the episodes, maybe like a handful, could be redone
Yeah.
today because some of the like the
It's
premises
totally
were just
politically
so
incorrect.
so out
Yeah,
there.
he's dating the girl in the wheelchair.
Oh yeah.
Guys, we know she's in a wheelchair.
Wheelchair.
Let's get over it, okay?
He keeps bringing it up.
Yeah.
But like the 80s and 90s were always such a good time for like those kinds of like, or the very special episode your family can't
PSA
afford to
types,
miss.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
the Christmas episode where the girl is like starving and he's like they're making like
oh,
fat
the
jokes
homeless.
at her.
Yeah, the homeless.
Yeah. Her dad, Santa Claus or something.
Yeah.
no,
but
they
he's-
go to his hospital room dressed as Santa
Santa
Claus
That's what it is.
and the
Yeah.
elves. Yeah.
My favorite episode of Saved by the Bell, hands down, is the Johnny Dakota weed
Oh,
episode, though.
Oh yeah.
Because he's not doing anything wrong.
No.
None of the shit that he does is wrong. It's just the fact that he's doing the PSA against weed and he smokes weed.
Against, is it weed directly or just drugs in general?
It might be drugs in general, but
Right.
like weed was the focus of the
There's
episode.
no hope with dope. That's
Yeah.
the big
Yeah.
slogan in there.
They all sat down and got real
yeah.
serious.
Yeah, they get set. That's how it was in the
Yeah.
80s. Like they would do the episode, and then at the end, the whole like everybody be sitting there, and then like the Growing Pains cocaine episode,
Oh yeah.
which is available on Amazon. Watch it. It's the best $1.99 you will spend. They don't want to do cocaine in the bathroom, and then it wraps up at the end that everybody's surrounding, and then Kirk Cameron's like, "Hi, I'm Kirk Cameron," and then he delivers the straightforward message about how you shouldn't do drugs. That's another dick.
Jesus
too,
will
Kirk
hate you
Cameron.
Oh, yeah.
Ever stand that fucking guy.
The Leonardo DiCaprio alcohol episode of that show is fucking great too.
I always forget.
He's
old
like
Leo was
dumping
on
out
there.
their alcohol, and then like they come down, they like see it because they have like an alcohol cabinet, right?
Yeah.
And he's like dumping all the shit down the drain, and they like come down and find him, and he just has like a full-on meltdown, and it's Leonardo DiCaprio, so it's like completely believable, and you're just like, what the fuck's wrong with this kid, man?
Yeah, that's when they brought. He was Luke. They brought in, but they
Yeah,
brought him in like
towards
those,
the
like,
end.
Yeah, towards the end.
He was like sleeping in the janitor
Yes.
closet or something.
One thing I never understood about that show: who names their kid Boner?
Yeah, that's
Or who,
right.
Who even gives that to that's a nickname
Right.
to anybody?
And like, what did it
Boner,
mean?
Google that for me. real quick.
Well, actually, and I don't. Oh God, I'm just like useless information that's always stuck inside my head. His character name was actually Mike Stabone, and that's why they called him Boner.
Boner.
Because his last
Right,
name was
okay.
Stabone.
That's why I was wondering.
What
like,
like a Stabone? Like how's that spelled?
Stabone.
Yeah.
it's like
Stallone.
Stallone, but they're like, how we can't call him Stallone.
And that was in the
Stabone.
80s too, where like every kid had to have like a wacky wisecracking like Italian, like hey Mike, like
Yeah.
Doogie Howser had, hey Doogie, yeah. Like stereotypical Italian friend.
Boy Meets World
I was
early
gonna say
season.
the alcohol one. That one was
Oh
corny.
yeah, yeah.
That one was pretty cool.
Like,
Sean joining a cult is my favorite one.
Yes, the
one was
center.
that?
You got to get centered.
You gotta get centered.
It's season 4 maybe. The teacher that he lives with
Yeah.
gets into a bike accident, and that's the same episode
Okay.
where
Oh,
he,
yeah, I know
he
what you're
almost
talking about.
dies.
Yeah.
It's like this season finale, I think, of
Yeah.
season 4. But yeah, Sean joins a cult, and then
He loves everybody.
yeah, you got to get centered. Yeah, I'll take one too.
I never.
Thank you.
I don't remember that. I remember the alcohol
Great
episode.
Yeah,
Where
and-
like Corey's dad's like freaking out on him, like I drink, but you can't.
I tell you what, though, probably because I love that show so much, it came off as totally believable. It's a great fucking acting from that guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who like
I
his
love that
dad?
show. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
oh,
dad.
yeah, yeah.
When he's getting
Who
pissed.
played his dad? Wasn't it
I can never remember his name.
Famous?
I know he was in
The dad from Boy Meets
the-
World.
yeah.
he was in American History.
American
X.
History
Yes.
X.
Okay, that's okay. That's
I don't know what his name was though.
He kind of has like, I think it's like a feminine name, if I remember.
Jamie, Google that real
yeah,
quick.
Jamie Google though.
You know, I kind of been wanting to address this here.
Oh, can I just bring up one thing? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, go ahead, go
I'm sorry. This is the Josh Hutcherson dead guy.
Yeah.
The great thing about those shows too is that it's a half an hour. Someone gets alcohol, gets addicted to alcohol, and completely recovers from full-on alcoholism.
22 minutes.
Yeah, by the end of the episode.
I can get over that real quick.
But something I've been thinking about a lot here, and it kind of it's been racking my brain here. Brad, are you a religious man?
No.
No. Or would you say you're an atheist or agnostic?
Yeah, I would say I'm an atheist.
Atheist. I too am an atheist. I don't buy into the whole religion thing, like not even a little bit, like not even a fraction, nothing. But when you sneeze, do you get mad when people don't say bless you?
No, but I will say, like, I do say bless. Like, as an atheist, most of the time when somebody sneezes, I do say bless you. Like, I can't.
I
it's just
always
like,
say bless you, but it's not for like a religious thing.
Yeah.
You know, I just do it because it's
Superstition.
not really super. It's just courtesy.
yeah.
You know, but when I sneeze, like 99% of the time, nobody ever says bless you to me, and
That's kind of bullshit.
Yeah, like I said, it's not like a whole religious thing for me. It's just a common courtesy.
Politeness.
Yeah, politeness, and that really bugs me, man.
Have you ever said I went to college with a girl that sneezed in one of my classes.
I said Gesundheit.
And I said bless you, and she turned to me and looks at me and goes, he does. And it was one of the creepiest things I've ever
I would start
experienced in
saying
my
that every-
entire life. I'm not
up.
going to sit next to this girl anymore.
No. Yeah, I would
I would
avoid
totally
her all
adopt
this.
that shit.
Overly religious people freak me the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Kirk Cameron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're always hiding. They're hiding something.
Oh yeah, you know they are.
Yeah.
You know he just go like Kirk Cameron, like he goes home at the end of the night.
Beats the shit out of his wife.
Yeah, just,
Kicks his dog.
Yeah.
yeah. Saw you kick that dog. So Charlie pops up.
Well, that's like we were talking about, like, before we went on there. There was that Jim Jones special that's on tonight or whatever.
Oh,
And you know that
yeah,
guy was
come
like
on.
started that whole People's Temple thing. Like started as like a very progressive, liberal kind of church organization that
In
was like
Indiana.
in Indiana. Was getting
Yeah.
a lot of shit for like letting African Americans into their church. And
I must
stuff.
warn you, we had, like, you know, we had some technical difficulties before the show here with different various computer things. Whenever we talk about Jim Jones on the
Shit
show,
hits the fan.
weird shit happens. The fucking lights will go out.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird.
That's
We've done it
creepy.
twice and
Yeah.
the power's cut out.
Yeah. So we try to, you know,
Not talk about.
not
It's
talk
really
about the
weird.
Reverend.
Yeah.
The reverend.
It's super weird. Like I could go on, I could do an entire show just talking about you know who.
Yeah.
But as soon as, you know, we get into it, shit goes
That's
down.
weird.
Like the first time it happened, like I was all fired up and I was going back and forth with Dusty about it, and I was like, "You really want to get into this, motherfucker? Let's go!" And then, bam, total power
That's a little
outage.
creepy.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, and it happened one other time that night.
Mm-hmm.
Like we stopped talking about it. We came back. We started finishing the show. And then I was like, yeah, let's get back on that for a second. And then it fucking
Beep.
happened again. So fucking weird. So it's just kind of it's a
This is weird.
superstitious thing around
It
here.
happened a couple weeks later. We weren't talking about
Yeah.
him, but we were talking about cults, weren't we?
Talking about something.
We're
Talk about
talking
Jim
about
Jones the
something.
rapper, and it started happening.
Fallen!
But yeah, I'm a huge Jim Jones fan. I'm a huge supporter of his. I probably would have joined the cult.
Me too. I mean,
would-
they had some great
I-
ideals that just kind of went in a little misdirection towards the end there.
it just got completely out of hand there.
Stay
Going
too
to a
long at the
couple
party.
days.
Going to a
Yeah.
jungle, man, just hanging out.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I mean, really, that politician and those reporters should have just minded their own business and left everybody alone there. They were living peacefully, and
Yeah, I mean, if they wanted to leave,
So the same as
You know.
Branch Davidians.
yeah.
They're like just
Now-
chilling.
Now, see, and that's the thing. I'm totally against like organized religion, completely, 100%. I don't think anybody should be involved in organized religion at all. I think it's a big fucking joke. It's a scam. You got all these preachers out there collecting millions of dollars so they can have ginormous mansions and planes and shit, and it's all just a big fucking scam. But when you get somebody like David Koresh or Jim Jones who just want to do some good, really, not really push their shit on people.
Jesus never
I mean,
told him he needed a jet.
No. No, I don't believe so. He may have told him to buy 100 acres in the fucking jungle.
yeah, and sleep with everybody's wives and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. So, I mean, but that shit's cool. You know? But like, yeah, I'm totally against it. But when you get somebody like those guys, I really feel for them, you know, because I don't want to say they're dumb enough to believe the shit that they're fucking saying, but I mean, when you sit back and you look at them, I feel they're really trying to do some good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they might do some weird shit on the side, like fuck other people's wives and have children with them and shit. But
Group beatings.
yeah. But I think their heart's in the right place there.
Crippling addiction to methamphetamines.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just think like it's all like, okay, so if you show up at a party and the party's really like hip and cool, or you know, everybody's having a good time,
Right.
but then at a certain point they just lock the door and shit gets weird, that's when I have a problem with it. Like, you're not like okay, so you're dumb enough to stay, but like you're not dumb enough to stay, because when you showed up at the party everything was like cool,
Right.
but then they locked the door.
Then you're like, shit, I'm fucked.
Then you're like, well,
And church lock-ins are literally
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah.
I've never been to one. Have you
I
ever
have
been to one?
Yeah.
Does it get weird once they lock the doors?
No.
No.
I mean, as weird as
A lot of
religion.
hand
I mean,
jobs
like,
under the blankets. And
People
stuff
start
like
throwing
that.
like old hot dog buns at everybody.
I was gonna say, do you think Bill Cosby liked lock-ins?
yes.
I went back to the Cosby thing. The most
Eat this
fucked up
wafer.
thing. Amazon, like the day of the sentencing, Amazon all had. I don't know if it was just probably a coincidence, but Leonard Part 6 went up on Amazon Prime. And I've got to watch that this weekend because I haven't seen that since I was a kid.
That's awesome.
Ghost Dad.
Oh, Ghost Dad.
Oh, Ghost Dad was a good.
He was one of those people like would kill it on television, but could not get
Couldn't
a
do it in a movie for
couldn't get a
nothing.
movie going.
Chris
Yeah.
Rock.
He is the same way.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, you're right.
There's actually one. There is a pretty good Bill Cosby movie that I did enjoy from the '70s. It's with him, Harvey Keitel, and Raquel Welch, and they play ambulance drivers, and it's called Mother Jugs and Speed, and it's actually a really good movie.
Mother Jugs and
Mother Jugs
Oh.
and Speed. Yeah, I think that's their three nicknames.
Jamie, Google that
Yeah,
for
I'm
me.
assuming.
Okay, I'll look it up.
I assume Raquel Welch is probably Jugs.
I would assume so.
Or Mother.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. If it's got Bill Cosby in it, it'd be like, should be called like Mother Ludes
Yeah.
and Speed, you know, or Mother Jugs and Ludes.
No, yeah, I was gonna
you
say
know.
leads.
Yeah. Mother Jugs and Speed.
What did IMDb give it as a rating?
Okay. Bill Cosby is Mother, Raquel Welch is Jugs, and Harvey Keitel is Speed. I should have made you guys guess that.
I can see that because Harvey Keitel in Pulp Fiction was like, it's a
Where's
30-minute
he
drive.
been?
I'll be there in 10.
Yeah, I haven't
yeah.
seen him in anything in a while. Is he okay? Like, where's he been?
Harvey Keitel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, has he done another Quentin Tarantino film?
I don't think so.
No,
Was
he's
he,
just kinda-
was he in Hateful Eight?
No.
No.
I guess
No.
they replaced him with
I don't know who you're talking about, but I can't think of his name. Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell. Thank you.
Yeah.
That Manson movie he's doing, I think, is going to be pretty good.
I would hope so. I got.
And he's got a lot of
high
balls
hopes for it.
releasing it on the 50th anniversary of like the Sharon Tate killing. Is like
Oh, wow.
what the
Who's
game
doing,
plan is Tarantino.
Tarantino. is.
Tarantino's doing a fucking.
Yeah, it's
So-
got
So it's coming out next year then.
Yeah,
Wow.
next summer. It's like it's the
Wow.
first time he hasn't released a movie around
got
like
Brad
Christmas.
Pitt
Yeah, Brad Pitt.
and Leonardo DiCaprio.
yeah,
right?
they
yeah.
play like two. Like I think Brad Pitt plays an aging like actor, and then Leonardo DiCaprio is like his stand-in or stunt double, and they're buddies, and it's all centered around like I don't think it's totally about Manson, but I think it's one of those where
It's a
kinda like
story
it
about
all-
the time.
Yeah, and it's all going
Yeah.
to tie together at the end.
But is it going to
Luke
be
Perry's
in
in it?
Luke Perry? Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tarantino loves like pulling those guys out of obscurity and
Well,
like helping them out again.
Riverdale has been a big thing for Luke Perry's career.
To go
Oh,
back,
really?
to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
back on the Luke Perry thing and the whole cult thing, he actually played on Criminal Minds. Luke Perry was on an episode of that where he played like a David Koresh type character.
No shit.
Yeah.
See,
Good-
because
good
when I
episode.
first heard
No
Luke Perry was in
shit.
this, I thought he was. I thought I was like, man, is he gonna play Manson? Because I think Luke Perry would do a pretty good job playing
The
Manson.
guy who's playing Manson is the same guy who's playing Manson
Manson,
in
yeah.
that what the fuck is that show? By the serial killers in the FBI.
The one that's
Oh.
on Netflix. Or,
Yeah, what's it called?
Oh, I haven't watched it
Mindhunter.
yet. Yeah, Mindhunter.
He's going to be in Mindhunter season 2, and he's going to play
Ah,
Manson.
what's his
Same
name?
guy.
I just remember his name. He was in Justified. He played really good Justified.
Yeah, he wasn't like the main character. He was like
No,
one
he
of
was
side
like the really
characters.
redneck alligator guy from Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
remember his
I
name.
keep meaning to watch Justified because everybody tells
Dude,
me
it's
I need
so
to. Yeah,
good.
Walter Groggins is on that
Yeah,
show,
yeah.
and that
Yep,
dude is
yep.
fucking amazing in
He is good.
everything
Just
that
going to
he's
go
in.
to Lexington here real
yeah.
quick.
yeah.
God, he was great on the. Did you guys watch The Shield?
Never did watch.
Oh,
The
it's one of the
Shield.
best television shows of all time.
I've
in my
heard good
opinion,
things,
it's
yeah.
just an amazing show.
That and The Wire, I hear, is really
The
good.
Wire, I tried to watch. I fell asleep during the first episode, and then I tried to watch it again. Same thing happened. So I guess it's just not the show.
How do you
for
feel
me.
about Sons of Anarchy?
I enjoyed that show.
I
It
Do you
gets
watch
a lot of-
Mayans
I
now?
couldn't get into it.
No, I didn't watch the Mayans
Mayans
show.
is great.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's really good.
Sons of Anarchy got a lot of shit, but I thought it was a good show.
Yeah.
But for the most part, that season where they go over to Ireland's a little.
Yeah.
I didn't like the way it ended necessarily, but it was a pretty good
Sons
show.
Sons of Anarchy pop up every once in a while in Mayans.
Do you guys ever watch
I've already been in it,
Banshee?
Like, twice.
Banshee's another show that's
That's on Cinemax, right?
Yeah,
Never heard of it, but I know you talked a lot about it.
it's like Sons of Anarchy, where the premises could never happen, but like it's just fucking awesome watching them play out, kind of like a comic book kind of thing. Well, it's about a guy who gets out of jail and he tracks down like his lover, who he went to jail for her. Like they both got busted. He let her go, so that he took the rap, and he comes to he finds her in a small town where she's like living in hiding, and he is trying to make amends, but she's like married to a lawyer. She's got kids and stuff, and he leaves the town, but on his way out, he stops at a bar, and a cop's there. He's on his way in to become the sheriff of the town. He gets shot at a robbery that happens at the bar, and so the dude who got out of jail takes his identity and goes back to the small town portraying the sheriff.
What channel? What's this
Cinemax.
on?
It's called
Cinemax.
Banshee. It's Banshee, Pennsylvania.
Isn't that what happened like Preacher, though? Except the guy took...
I don't know.
That's another show I couldn't really get into.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
couldn't
I
get into that
like
either.
it has
It
so
seems
much,
good,
Yeah, it
but
seems
you're
so
like,
good.
It takes a lot for me to be dedicated to like a weekly episodic
Yeah.
television show.
That was
That's
Seth
just
Rogen who wrote
crazy.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Seth Rogen was part of that.
Though I did like fire through all of American Vandal season 2 in like a week.
That's another one I haven't watched, but I've heard great
Oh,
things
it's
about
so
it too.
so funny.
Season 1 was about a kid drawing dicks.
Drawing dicks, and then this one is about a Catholic school where somebody puts laxative
Laxative in the lemonade.
Is
Yeah,
that the video that I keep seeing?
yeah,
pop
it's
up
gone
on Facebook?
viral, and people are thinking it's real. But
I
it's
thought it
actually
was
from,
real.
Yeah, it's actually from the show.
That's classic,
That's
man.
pretty
That's
awesome.
awesome. Banshee's good to stream or like binge
Yeah,
it.
so I'm big on like binging.
Because
Right.
there's just fucking all like there's like they're tracking down a rave, and it's happening in like a barn, and he just like they all are like camping out, and he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing because he's just pretending to be the sheriff, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna take off all my cop gear, and I'm just gonna walk down there and break this up, and they're like, no, you can't do that. You have to, if you're going down there, you have to represent being a cop. That's who you are. And he's like, nah, I got this. Strips off all his shit, walks down there, just punches the bouncer in the face, and just like walks in, just like, all right, break it up. And you're just like, dude, this was fucking insane, but it's good.
I need to watch that.
It's good.
I need to watch.
Sounds
People
good.
keep telling me about Ozark too. I need
Yeah.
to watch
Ozark
I've heard
seems
Ozark's
crazy
good.
like that too. We're like, this shit just
because
will not
fucking
happen.
Bloodline let me. Did you guys watch Bloodline on Netflix?
No.
Don't. And it started off so great, and then it just fucking worst ending of a television show ever. Wasted my time. Just one of those that just pisses you off, and then you're just like, this is how you end it.
Motherfucker.
Jim
man.
Jeffries' show, the Legit. Did you ever watch that?
No.
It's great, but like the season finale or the series finale is such a fucking bummer. And you're like, this show is so funny.
Like Jim Jeffries. He
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
Not a Jim Jeffries fan.
Really?
Yeah.
I like some of his stuff.
Some of his
but not
stuff,
all
like
of it.
Bear, I thought was a good special. But
He's one of those dudes now. I feel like has jumped on like the I'm super political bandwagon.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
He's not one of those kinds
he's
of guys.
not that bright.
Yeah.
And he needs to be really careful because I'm like a huge Opie and Anthony fan and like a Howard Stern fan, and there's some shit that Jim Jeffries has done and said. Like, and if anybody just pulls the audio from it, like he's fucked for the rest of his life. So you got to be like really careful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Do it.
Because I feel like if you're in the public eye and you're like super like I'm liberal and I'm trouting it everywhere, they're coming for you. You're putting a
Yeah.
target on your back, basically.
Oh yeah.
He did a good bit about gun laws, and then has just stuck to that and like really like playing it out. That's like
Yeah.
where he got it on his political shtick. And yeah, he's just not that. He doesn't come off as that intelligent, right?
Yeah.
And,
And he's not from here, so you can't even complain about this country. You don't even live here.
What kind of time are we at here? What are we
probably
got?
long.
About an hour and 20. Yeah, let's wrap this up here. Brad, is there anything else you want to promote or anything?
I'm going to be launching my own podcast
Nice.
probably in the new year. The focus. I'm obsessed with the television show 90 Day Fiancé.
Oh.
Never would have guessed that. We're looking at
I'm a reality trash television show junkie.
I've been getting into that. I've been watching the Real Housewives.
It's one of my girlfriend's favorite shows.
Orange County is where I'm at.
So yeah, I'm gonna be doing probably like a trash TV, maybe more. We haven't made the decision, but I think it's gonna be more towards centered of like 90 Day Fiancé like podcast.
like a show recap kind
Yeah,
of deal.
kind of recap, and I know a lot of men watch these shows, but there's not somebody out there. Hopefully, I'm on to something.
You know,
Not
you
like-
watch Married at First Sight?
What is it?
Do you watch Married at First Sight?
No, but
It's-
I will.
It's like
Do I
that.
need to watch it?
Yeah,
It's
it's,
so
like that.
cringy,
It's,
dude.
it is. It's bad, but
Yeah.
it's awesome.
You see people kiss for the first time. That's like the first time their lips
First time
ever
they met,
touched
yeah.
it, and their first time their lips ever touch any other lip, and it is the fucking funniest thing you've
Nice.
ever seen.
Well, what it is these like doctors like put their personalities together. Like, I think they'd be a good couple, so let's put them together, and they agree to get married. They get married.
Oh.
They get married.
I think I might be thinking of
Yeah,
something
you're thinking
different.
something different.
Yeah.
So what it is, they first time they meet is when they're walking down the aisle. Then they get married.
Oh, that sounds.
And then after that is like they start living with each other and like
that
they start
sounds
going through the
trashy.
motions. Dude, it's great.
So look for that. Dump Trump 4 will be next summer at some point. You can follow all my antics at Brad Thacker on Twitter, or you can attempt to find me on Facebook. I've got that shit show locked down. If you're able to find me on there, fucking hats off to you. And then hopefully working on this right now. Hopefully, probably in the next year or probably in the new year or towards the end of this year. Doing some shows with Artie Lang, and hopefully we will have a
nice.
Cincinnati show booked here. Yeah,
Cool.
so
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
We'll be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
I like me some old Artie Lang.
Yeah, Artie's a good guy. He's
Yeah.
just got some problems.
Don't we all? Deep down, we all do.
But thanks for having me. I had a great time. Hopefully, I can come back again.
Yeah, yeah,
I had
no,
a
for
great
sure.
time.
Yeah.
You guys
we'll,
are awesome.
We'll have to sit down. We'll just do like 80s movies quotes.
That'd be great.
Like for an hour straight.
Yeah, I could do that
Be
all
good.
night long.
You really surprised me when you bust out the
Yeah, I
weird
could do
science
that. I
quotes,
could
man. I was
yeah,
like, I
sit
like
here
this
all
guy,
day and do
man.
that, or sit here and talk about Frank Zappa for hours. Those are my two of my favorite things to talk about.
Well,
So.
yeah, we'd love to have you back.
Cool.
Maybe a little bit closer to the,
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
Dump Trump next
Yeah.
year, or the Artie Lang shows.
Yeah.
We'll try to get you in.
Maybe
And-
sneak Artie down here.
yeah, dude, I would
Dude,
love
that
it.
would be.
That would be cool.
I would probably do sexual favors.
But I had a good time, man. You guys are great.
Well, thank you. You were great as well.
Thank you.
But we are going to get out of here, folks. Thanks everybody for tuning in on Facebook Live. October 19th, we will be back on the YouTube. I don't know. We may.
I don't know.
just-
Facebook might be.
Yeah,
It's kind of killing it.
We
So
may just stick with the Facebook and then just upload into YouTube later. But yeah, I'm digging the Facebook now. But yeah, be sure to follow us, Kentucky Hot Brown Boys, on Facebook. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. I'm the only one that ever posts anything on the Snapchat, so it's usually just like me watching SVU all day or something with my dog or something. I like to emphasize I said dog, not dong. So if anybody was a little worried there. But yeah, _KYHBB, that's our Twitter, our Instagram, the Snapchat. Watch us on the YouTube. One thing I have to stress here, give us a review on either iTunes or Facebook. I don't even care if you give us 5 stars. Give us a half a fucking star. I don't give a shit. Just give us more reviews, man. You know, and I say this a lot. You know, if you like us, tell a friend. If you hate us, tell 10 friends. But that's going to be it for this week. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks again, Brad.
Thank you.
For coming in, doing some 80s movies quotes with us. Had a good time. Maybe after the show we can talk about some Jim Jones shit. Hopefully the power won't go out. With that being said, we're going to get the fuck out of here. I'm your host, Jerry Saylor.
I'm left for Slow but Dust to be.
Chubby friendly.
And I'm Brad Thacker. Brad Sabbath. Oh shit.
Fuck you, Toby.
That's fun, man. You guys are easy to like shoot the.